Echoes of the Forgotten. In the quaint town of Willowbrook, a series of mysterious disappearances has left the community gripped with fear and suspicion. Among the missing is Emma Davis, a young and talented artist known for her captivating paintings. Detective James Anderson, haunted by the unsolved case of his missing daughter years ago, is determined to crack the case and bring closure to the families of the missing victims. After years of desperate searching for the tiniest clues that could lead him to his lost daughter, and with many more cases of missing people, Detective's investigation takes a mysterious turn. It leads him to Emma's studio, where he stumbles upon a hidden room concealed behind a false wall filled with her unfinished paintings. As James sifts through the paintings, a chill runs down his spine. The scenes depicted on the canvases are hauntingly familiar, as if they hold echoes of his own sorrow and longing. Faces of all the missing victims are captured in the paintings, and it feels as though they stare back at him, silently pleading for help. Their eyes are filled with fear and yet shrouded in a profound silence, as if the very essence of their souls is trapped within the strokes of the brush. Each painting of the victims is connected and tells a chilling story of the town's curse. Tales of a skinny, man-like figure wandering alone in the woods, searching for the next victim. In each painting, there is a shadowy figure lurking behind the victim. Shivers of disbelief seize James's body as he recalls a memory long buried in the recesses of his mind. It was the day his daughter disappeared, a day etched with fear and tears. She had come to his room, trembling, her eyes wide with terror as she described someone lurking outside her window, hidden behind the trees, watching her from a distance. Frozen in guilt, James painfully recognizes the figure from her description in all the paintings in front of him. A skinny, tall silhouette with elongated hands and piercing red eyes. It didn't take long for James to figure out the location where all the victims were painted. The trail of clues presented in the paintings led him to the long-abandoned Willowbrook Asylum in the woods, a place shrouded in mystery and whispers of paranormal activity. With determination burning in his heart, James couldn't wait any longer. The clues were clear, and he was sure he would find all the answers there. He jumped into his car and drove as fast as he could to the abandoned Willowbrook Asylum in the woods. With fear and confidence warring within him, he entered the decaying halls, his flashlight cutting through the darkness like a beacon of truth. As he explored the eerie corridors, James stumbled upon a series of chilling discoveries. In one room, he found old journals detailing experiments conducted on the asylum's patients, experiments that bordered on torture in the name of science. In another, he discovered photographs of the missing victims, their faces etched with fear and despair. But it was the evidence he found in the asylum's basement that shocked him to the core. There, hidden beneath layers of dust and decay, he uncovered a hidden chamber filled with ancient artifacts and arcane symbols. It was clear that something dark and malevolent had been at work within these walls for centuries. Among the artifacts, one particular item drew James's attention: a journal detailing experiments conducted on a young man in his 20s. The journal was filled with disturbing accounts of the patient's deteriorating mental state and inexplicable behavior. With each revelation, James's resolve only grew stronger. He knew that he was on the verge of uncovering the truth behind the disappearances that had haunted Willowbrook for generations, and he was determined to bring the darkness that lurked within the asylum's walls out into the light. As James delved deeper into the patient's file, he uncovered a chilling truth. The young man had been cursed, his mind twisted by dark forces beyond comprehension. There were numerous photographs and experiments conducted on him, each one more horrifying than the last. It was as if the very essence of his being had been corrupted by the malevolent presence that lurked within the asylum's walls. James began to sense a connection between the cursed patient and the disappearances that had plagued Willowbrook in the past. Could it be that the young man, driven mad by the curse that bound him, was the same shadowy figure that had been wandering the woods at night? As James immersed himself in the documents and scrutinized each picture, a chilling sensation crept over him. A prickling sensation at the back of his neck made him feel as though someone was watching him. Slowly, he turned around. And there, standing before him, was the creature responsible for generations of disappearances. Frozen in fear, James dropped his torch, its light flickering and casting eerie shadows across the room. The tall, skinny silhouette loomed ominously, its eyes burning with a crimson light that seemed to penetrate James's very soul. Mesmerized by the hypnotic gaze, James found himself unable to tear his gaze away, ensnared by the depths of darkness that lurked within. In that moment, the cursed patient's malevolent power engulfed James, ensnaring him in a web of shadows from which there was no escape. As the darkness closed in around him, James realized with a sinking heart that he had fallen victim to the very curse he had sought to unravel. Outside the walls of the asylum, time marched on, but within its decaying confines, James remained trapped in a perpetual nightmare, his mind lost to the abyss. The secret of the disappearances of all the victims remained shrouded in mystery, their fates forever entwined with the cursed patient, who had claimed James as his final victim. And so, the truth of Willowbrook's dark past remained hidden, buried beneath layers of deceit and darkness. The town whispered of the lost detective who had ventured into the asylum and never returned, his fate a grim reminder of the evil forces that lurked within its walls. And as the years passed, the legend of James Anderson became just another ghost story, a cautionary tale of the dangers that lay hidden in the shadows of Willowbrook's cursed history. Yet, even today, people still claim to hear echoes emanating from the old asylum in the woods, a chilling reminder of those who never came back.